Assalamu alaikum. Hello everyone. Welcome to Multiverse of Mathematics YouTube channel. Today I'm gonna discuss about hyperbolic function. This is the hyperbolic function series part 3. Before knowing about hyperbolic function, we have to know what is a hyperbolic function. So hyperbolic functions are those functions which satisfy a unit hyperbola. It means we get the hyperbolic functions from a unit hyperbola. We know that we get circular functions from a unit circle. Similarly, we get hyperbolic functions from a unit hyperbola. We also know the equation of a unit hyperbola is x square minus y square is equal to 1. That's why I have written here, we know equation of a unit hyperbola is x square minus y square is equal to 1, where x is equal to e to the power theta plus e to the power minus theta by 2 and y is equal to e to the power theta minus e to the power minus theta by 2. So what does it mean? Okay, from this equation we get x square minus y square is equal to 1. So if we put e to the power theta plus e to the power minus theta by 2 instead of x in this equation, and if we put e to the power theta minus e to the power minus theta by 2 instead of y in this equation, then we will get x square minus y square is equal to 1. That means x is equal to e to the power theta plus e to the power minus theta by 2 and y is equal to e to the power theta minus e to the power minus theta by 2 satisfy this unit hyperbola's equation. So from circular functions we get x is equal to cos theta and y is equal to sin theta. That's why mathematicians named these two functions as cos hyperbolic theta and sin hyperbolic theta. So we can write cos hyperbolic theta instead of x in this equation, and we can also write sin hyperbolic theta in this equation. Let's take x instead of theta. So if we take x instead of theta in this equation, then we get cos hyperbolic x is equal to e to the power x plus e to the power minus x by 2. But why? Let's have a focus. From this line, we get x is equal to e to the power theta. So we have to take x instead of theta in this equation. So we get e to the power x plus e to the power minus theta by 2 because we have taken x instead of theta. So this part becomes e to the power x plus e to the power minus x by 2 is equal to cos hyperbolic x because we have taken x instead of theta. That's why we can write cos hyperbolic x is equal to e to the power x plus e to the power minus x by 2. Similarly, from this part we can write sin hyperbolic x is equal to e to the power x minus e to the power minus x by 2. Okay, then let's draw a unit hyperbola. If we draw a unit hyperbola, then we get this kind of figure. We get this kind of figure. So if we take a point named P, whose position is cos hyperbolic x, comma sin hyperbolic x. Now if we move this point on the line of this hyperbola, then we can get the cos hyperbolic x and sin hyperbolic x graph following the projection method. From this hyperbola, we get x square minus y square is equal to 1, where x is equal to e to the power x plus e to the power minus x by 2 is equal to cos hyperbolic x, and y is equal to e to the power x minus e to the power minus x by 2 is equal to sine hyperbolic x. Now you can ask me that how can I get cos hyperbolic x is equal to e to the x plus e to the power minus x by 2. Similarly, sine hyperbolic x is equal to e to the power x minus e to the power minus x by 2. So to solve this problem, I am assuring that there is a proof of these two functions, and I will provide these proofs next. Okay, so to get the proofs of these functions, you need to follow my YouTube channel and next updates, and you need to follow the hyperbolic series also. Okay, now let's check the formula. We know the equation of a unit hyperbola is x square minus y square is equal to 1, where x is equal to cos hyperbolic x is equal to e to the power x plus e to the power minus x by 2, and y is equal to sine hyperbolic x is equal to e to the power x minus e to the power minus x by 2. I have told that I will prove this part. Cos hyperbolic x is equal to e to the power x plus e to the power minus x by 2, and sine hyperbolic x is equal to e to the power x minus e to the power minus x by 2. I will prove these two parts in the next videos. So now we need to use these two functions instead of x here, and if we get 1, then we can say x is equal to cos hyperbolic x and y is equal to sine hyperbolic x satisfy this unit hyperbola's equation. And if these two functions satisfy this unit hyperbola's equation, then we can say, or we can prove that sine hyperbolic x and cos hyperbolic x are hyperbolic functions. Okay, let's prove. So LHS is equal to x square minus y square. We have written here x square minus y square from x square minus y square from this part. Okay, so we know x is equal to cos hyperbolic x, and there is a square, so we can write cos hyperbolic square x minus sine hyperbolic square x instead of y square. Now we have to write the value of the cos hyperbolic x. We know cos hyperbolic x is equal to e to the power x plus e to the power minus x by 2, and sine hyperbolic x is equal to e to the power x minus e to the power minus x by 2. And now we have to write these two values here. So we have written here e to the power x plus e to the power minus x by 2 whole square minus e to the power x minus e to the power minus x by 2 whole square. Now if we look here, we can compare this line with a plus b, and this line becomes a plus b whole square, and we know a plus b whole square is equal to a square plus 2ab plus b square. So from this formula we get e to the power 2x plus 2 e to the power x into e to the power minus x plus e to the power minus 2x by 4, because 2 square becomes 4, minus we can write here a minus b whole square formula. If e to the power x is equal to a and e to the power minus x is equal to b, then we can compare this line with a minus b whole square. The formula of a minus b whole square is a square minus 2ab plus b square. So this part becomes e to the power 2x minus 2 into e to the power x into e to the power minus x plus e to the power minus 2x. So from all these lines we get e to the power 2x plus 2 plus e to the power minus 2x by 4, because e to the power x into e to the power minus x, this part becomes 1. We know e to the power x into e to the power minus x is equal to 1 always. Okay, now there is minus sign, we have to write the minus sign, and from this part we get e to the power 2x minus 2 plus e to the power minus 2x by 4. After calculating all these parts, we can get, or we get e to the power 2x plus 2 plus 2 plus e to the power minus 2x minus e to the power minus 2x plus 2 minus e to the power minus 2x. But why? Because there is a negative sign here, and when we use this negative sign, the all the signs will be changed automatically. Okay, so positive e to the positive e to the power 2x becomes negative, and negative 2 becomes positive, and positive e to the power minus 2x becomes negative, and here this is 4. Now if we look at this line closely, then we can see positive e to the power 2x and negative e to the power 2x get vanished. Also positive e to the power minus 2x and negative e to the power minus 2x get eliminated, and plus 2 and plus 2 becomes 4. So we get 4 by 4 is equal to 1. So we have proved here x square is minus y square is equal to 1. So we can write, or we can take a decision that as x is equal to cos hyperbolic x and y is equal to sin hyperbolic x satisfy the equation of a unit hyperbola. So sin hyperbolic x and cos hyperbolic x are hyperbolic functions. Similarly, we can say tan hyperbolic x, cot hyperbolic x, sec hyperbolic x, and cosec hyperbolic x are also hyperbolic functions, because we can prove these ratios using the sin hyperbolic x and cos hyperbolic x. Okay, note, cos hyperbolic square x minus sin hyperbolic square x is equal to 1. But why? We have already proved this equation, or proved this formula. When we have written cos hyperbolic x instead of x and sin hyperbolic x instead of y in this equation, then we get cos hyperbolic square x minus sin hyperbolic square x, and the value of cos hyperbolic square x minus sin hyperbolic square x is equal to 1. So we can write cos hyperbolic square x minus sin hyperbolic square x is equal to 1, which is a very important formula of hyperbolic function. So that's all. If you like this video, please subscribe my channel and like this video and comment your opinion in the comment box. Thank you. Assalamu alaikum.